I'm Chris O'Leary, a Catholic survivor, with some comments about Missouri House Bill 367 from here, the Church of the Immaculata, the site of my abuse. I've been painting, trying to remember stuff and trying to get people to understand stuff, and I'm here with this painting. Now the thing is that this door right here is that door right there in the middle. This is the sacristy at the Church of the Immaculata. You've got the church here and then the sacristy behind it. And this painting represents my abuse, which happened here in the sacristy at the Church of the Immaculata, late 70s, early 80s. Now, I've talked before about one of the things that's hard for a survivor. One of the reasons it's hard for a survivor to come forward is because of the dirty tricks of the Catholic Church perpetrated by people like my friend the Cardinal, Timothy Cardinal Dolan. And again, this painting took place right here, probably, right in these windows. These windows are right here on the painting, kind of against this wall. One of the reasons why it takes me, and I assume a lot of other Catholic survivors at least, and other religious survivors so long to come forward, is that we weren't just abused, but our abuse was sacramentalized. As this painting shows, the Eucharist was at the center of my abuse. I was basically, long story short, my abuser said he taught me how to consecrate hosts in order to distract me, because then if I'm dealing with consecrated hosts, I'm not going to notice what he's doing to me as he's abusing me. Those were some of the coolest, most special memories of my life. Those were the moments when I felt the coolest, the most special, the closest to God. As a result, understanding those memories were tied to abuse was incredibly difficult to process. And I think that's one of the reasons why Catholic survivors, at least, although I suspect Southern Baptist survivors have similar stories, we weren't just, quote unquote, just abused. We were abused in a sacramental setting. You know, the worst of my abuse started here in the Church of the Church of the Immaculata, Richmond Heights, Missouri, St. Louis. The gallery is just over there if you know St. Louis. We weren't, quote unquote, just abused. Our abuse was sacramentalized. The memories that I have from my abuse, from being abused, are some of my favorite memories, because I didn't understand that I was being abused, because again, he told me that he had taught me the consecration prayer, which is a big deal. You know, kids aren't taught the consecration prayer. That's only something the priests do. Well, that's how he distracted me. That's how he got at me. And it's that sacramentalization of abuse, that putting of abuse, child sexual abuse, in a sacramental context, that makes things so much more difficult. It's not just that I was raped. It's that I was raped in a sacramental context, in a context in which I believed that I was given the powers of a priest by my abuser, which turned those memories into some of my favorite memories as a child and as a human being. As a result, it wasn't just a question of coming to terms with my abuse, remembering the fact of my abuse, but it was also understanding that so much of my life, some of the favorite, most important, coolest, most consequential moments of my life were a lie. They were an excuse to abuse me. And I assume the same is true for other people. And that's one of the reasons why statutes of limitations, in addition to the dirty tricks that the Catholic Church plays, are inappropriate when abuse isn't just abuse, but it is sacramentalized.